Hey guys, this is Prajakta from Pretty Crafty Tales. So before I start using these pretty things, I thought I would do a video for you all. So these things are from two shops. Basically, the pattern papers which you can see are from Pearl Paper Collection or Pearl Collection. That's their IG handle, and I bought it from there by messaging them on Instagram. And I'll show you what these are, and then the other goodies are from 7mm.co.in, and these are really exciting as well. Okay, that's their packaging. So let me show these first. So this is just the outer paper. I bought a set of vellum and pattern papers. As you can see, I really love their vellums. So this vellum is quite thin, and I really love this thickness because it will be really easy to use in journals and planners. So there are two of each design, and this one. Okay, as you can see on white, it looks so brilliant. I was so happy to find this shop for vellums because here in India you don't get printed vellum that easily. So I was really glad to find this shop for vellum. Okay, I'm not sure if I think this belongs to the same set. I've just mixed them up. I'm sorry. Now this is another set from their birthday collection, I guess, and this vellum is quite thick. So I mean, not too thick, but you can even make envelopes using this. So yeah, again, two designs. The prints are really good, guys. You can see. I really love this one. It's so pretty. And I don't usually buy specific themed ones because then it becomes difficult to use in your projects because I love the design, but then since it's birthday themed, I cannot use it at any given occasion. But yeah, this one was too pretty to pass, and it also had such designs which are not specific to any theme. So I thought, why not? As you can see, there's a little bit shine or gloss to these. This is the case with all the papers, like even the pattern papers. I like the lighter color ones more, or the ones which have such white space in them, because then they are more transparent, as you can see. I really love this design as well. So for the first floral collection, these are the coordinating or matching papers, A4 size, and the other side is blank. Again, these are all slightly glossy, so these are good for making your envelopes. You can also cut these flowers out and make them into die cuts. So the designs are same, they are just on quite thick glossy cardstock. I love this design. I'm not a fan of red, but I really like the other designs. I mean, even the red one is good. It's good to have that in the collection. Then these are 12 by 12 papers, the same design, birthday celebration. Yeah, that's the name of the collection. And just look at the number of papers and the thickness of the pack. It's quite thick. There are many pages, as you can see. All are single sided. So there are 32 pages, and and 3 tag sheets. Now these tag sheets I'll show you. These are basically just printed sheets, but they have the designs laid out in such a way that you can cut them, cut apart sheets, but they don't have those cut lines. You have to cut them using scissors. So yeah, these are same as the vellum sheets, just that they are 12 by 12 on glossy cardstock. I really love their colors, they are super pretty. I really like some pastel shades because it's I think on the camera it's not looking very bright, or it's looking a bit more on the gray side, but it's more on the peachy side, I guess. Yeah, it's really a pretty design and color. So even these you can cut out. There are 2 of each design. 2 of each design. And yeah, we have this as well. Even this is really a nice design. Of course, confetti. This is one of the papers that I really liked, my favorite pink color. And this is another paper or design which I liked. I feel these kinds of designs and colors will go or match with any other papers from any other collection. So it's really fun to, I usually don't stick to one particular set or kit. I will try to do that in future for future projects, but I don't usually do that, and so it's always nice to have collections which match each other. Even this one is really nice. I really love the pastel shades. I like this shade of green, bluish green, and the balloons. And I really loved even this one because adding black and white with tiny black designs on the paper, it just looks really cute. It gives the whole project a different look. And these are the tag sheets. So as you can see, there's a little bit of gloss, and you can cut out these things using scissors. So I think there are all the 3 are different designs. They do have the designs are repeated, but the sheets are not exactly the same. Like you can't see these on the other 2 sheets. So yeah, that's nice. You can cut them out and use them on your flip books, or you can also use them as tags. Like you can tie a thread up here or up here, so something like that. So yeah, I really love their designs, the colors and the quality. Their colors especially are really nice, and I hope they have more collections. Of course, you can check out their IG handle or IG account. They have more vellums as well, but yeah, those are really cute. I really hope to buy more of their vellums at least. Then these are from 7mm.co.in. I feel this one is one of the best sellers, because I have seen this on internet a lot. So let me continue showing these things. While I was filming the video earlier, that was I think in the morning today, yeah, I guess so, or last night, I don't remember. So yeah, the electricity, the power in our house went off. Even though there was inverter, it wasn't as bright, so I thought I'll do it later. So these papers came in this packaging, which was rolled out in another thick box like cylinder. So yeah, it was basically a cylinder which was very thick. I think many artists use that thing to store their or carry their papers. So these are the wrapping papers. I thought they would be glossy, but they're matte. They're totally matte, but the colors are really nice. This is the other one. I really like this one and this one. I am not a fan of brown or maroon color, but it's okay. I mean, it does look pretty with the white dots. And then this one, even this is pretty. So yeah, this is a huge roll. It's very long. I'm not sure how long. Maybe it's written on their website, I'm not sure. So those papers were tied with this twine, which I'm going to reuse, of course. And then there was this tag, which of course I'm going to reuse. And my main thing from the order was this bullet journal. I really felt, it must be of good quality. I especially bought this because of this binding. It is called as Coptic stitch, and whenever books are made using this stitch, the pages lie flat, like absolutely flat, and it's very comfortable to write. Even if I go to the middle, it's absolutely flat. I have another book with this binding. As you can see, it lays super flat, which is really amazing. I'm not sure if I read the size, but on the website, but it is quite big. It is made in India, and I'm proud of it. So yeah, it's quite big. It's bigger than A5 for sure, and the cover is hardbound. It's very thick and sturdy, and feels very premium. The outside of this cover, I mean this thing, I am not sure what it is made of. It's probably paper only, but it feels like faux leather, or I don't know. It has some texture and some different feel on this. It feels like faux leather. I like that. And they have other prints also in this. So yeah, it's not lightweight for sure. But yeah, I really love this. So inside is this black page, and then the bullet journal starts. I will see how this works, and maybe I'll use this for 2021. And I also have some other planners from 2020, which I might just reuse by using stickers over the dates. And then there is this sketchbook. So yeah, it has 100 pages. This is a mini size. There's a bigger size as well, and there are perforations here, so you can just remove out these pages, tear out these pages easily. And I saw a post where someone had done painting using wash on this, and it looked really nice. So I hope most types of paints and markers will work well. It's not super thick. I guess it might be 120 GSM. I'm not sure. They had it on their description. Okay, it's here. So it's 130 GSM cartridge paper, 100 pages. Yeah. So yeah, I will be testing this out right now on video, both of these things. So yeah, let's try and write something. To see if there's any bleed through or ghosting. So as you can see a little bit of, I guess it's called ghosting, I'm not sure, but there's definitely no bleed through. It does not transfer to the second page, and this is a pretty thick and dark ink, so it also, I mean, you can also see ghosting when I use it in my Hobonichi, so that is fine. Then let's try my ink pen, fountain pen, if the paper is good enough for fountain pen. It writes smoothly, and the paper is nice, I would say. As you can see, it writes smoothly. There's no, what do you call, sometimes you can see hair like structure forming, or the ink spreads in the paper, so that is not the case here. And then another really good pen, Tombow Fudinowski, I hope I'm saying it correctly, I'm not sure, pen. So yeah, It's having trouble focusing. Okay, I'm zoomed out still. Okay, this is better. Okay, see how thick it is. So I usually use it for a bit of lettering in my planner. Okay, so my phone's camera was having trouble focusing, and it's still doing the same. I'm not sure why, but it's a little bit better. I'm sorry, I'll have to hold this phone in my hand instead of putting it on the tripod stand. So as you can see, for this Tombow marker or brush pen, yeah, you can see there's a lot of ghosting for sure. So I don't think this is ideal for this. I mean, this pen would be ideal for this journal. But I guess even on Hobonichi paper there must be some ghosting. So let's try the Muji gel pen. This is 0.5 tip. There is some ghosting, but yeah, of course it will be there. I mean, it's paper, it's not cardstock. And then these are brush pens from Miniso. So this is a light pink color. Barely, you can see it barely on the other side. I don't have darker colors in this, so I'm just using the darkest ones which I had. So this works well with brush pens. Then I have few Faber-Castell colored pens. Maybe I can try them here. Let me just try few of them together and then we will turn the page. I think this angle or this view is actually better and clearer than the tripod stand, but I'm sure the shaking is not very pleasing to the eyes. So yeah, these are the pens. If you want to see, I got these as gift during Secret Santa in 2019. So yeah, they work quite well. This is good. I can work with this for sure. I mean, considering how dark they are and you can barely see anything on the other side, which might get hidden with the stickers or something anyways. So yeah, that's good. And then we have some mild liners. Let's try these. I'm sure these won't be a problem at all, and the paper quality is good. If you're worried about, what do you call that, not sure, the ink does not spread for sure, so that's really nice. Yeah, I'm going to try all the 5 colors. So yeah, this is perfect. Now let's try watercolors. So yeah, let's try some paints. I have these paints by Prima. I'm not going to try all of them, only few. Then let's try this red color, pinkish red color. Then we'll try this dark brown color as well. Okay, so I had taken a quite fine brush. Now I'll take something that's a little bit thicker, and maybe let's try some other color. I'm taking some more water. Now let's try this brush. It has real hair. I don't know which animal. It's 0 number brush, but it's quite thick, and this is really good for painting florals and such. And if you want that cool watercolor effect, it retains a lot of water. So I think I'm going to take that red color again. As you can see here, see the water. It covers a larger area. And now let's turn the page. I know it's not yet dry, but we are going to turn anyway. So yeah, it's quite good. Sorry, it wasn't focusing. So as you can see, the water does not come on the next page, and it does warp a little bit because it's paper after all. Of course it will warp, but the color looks really nice on this, and the pages are not that yellow. They're not super white, but they're not very yellow. Okay, sorry for the focusing issues. So yeah, I like it overall for markers, highlighters, pen, most of the pens, as well as watercolors. They really work well. I like the feel of this really. And now let's try stamps. Okay, so I have this VersaFine Onyx mini stamp pad, black. It's jet black color, and I really love this stamp pad. And then I have this star stamp, which I recently bought from Instagram. I don't remember the name of the store. I did not like only one thing about this, is that the finishing of the stamp is not that great. It does stamp really well, all of the designs, but it looks weird. But yeah, as long as it works, and it was quite cheap, so that's fine. And now let's see how it looks on the other side. I'm sorry for the shadow. Okay, focus. Yeah, so you can see a bit of it, which is okay, or maybe not okay, I'm not sure. So yeah, about this I'll only know once I actually start using this. So here's this page where there's watercolor, markers, brush pens, highlighters, stamps, and these different types of black pens. But you can hardly see anything on the other side. Only this pen, which is Tombow Fidenosky pen. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Brush pen. So that is this one, and rest all are, you can't see anything as such. I think it fades once the ink dries, or if you lift it up like this against light, you can see something, but otherwise you really can't. So it's good, it's really good quality paper.